Okay, time for a new video, and if this is the first video you've seen of mine, then thank you very much for checking it out. It is greatly appreciated, and if you are somebody who is returning to my channel, that is also greatly appreciated. As always, apologies for the average quality of these videos and for the fact that I don't really edit them, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise in advance. I'm going to get straight into it. This is yet another Eurovision related video, specifically another installment in my ongoing series, which doesn't really have a title. I'm just calling them Eurovision updates. I think this is the fourth or fifth update I've done. At the time of recording this video, it's the 26th of February. We know 17 of the 42 songs competing in this year's Eurovision Song Contest in Israel this May, in Tel Aviv to be more precise. And the idea is that I go through each country and talk about what we know so far, whether we know the song, whether we know the singer but not the song, whether the national final in that country is coming up, whatever it is, I briefly talk about it. As always, please respect my opinions as I will with yours. In terms of the exact running order of the semi-finals, that hasn't been determined yet and probably won't be until this time next month when we know all of the songs competing in Israel. But we do know which half of which semi-final the semi-finalists will be participating in. So, getting into it, I will try to be brief because I've covered a lot of this in previous videos anyway. So, semi-final 1, 14th of May this year, first half, Belarus. We know the singers in the national final, we know the songs. Napoli, they're back, they could be the winners. I know that Humanize by Michael Soul, that song's been ranked quite highly by a lot of fans online. Run by Ava Kogan, that's not a bad song. And Like It by Xena. Out of those names I've just mentioned, one of them is probably going to win. The rest I'm not too sure about, but one thing's for sure, I don't think it will be Belarus 2020. Cyprus, we know the singer. Part of the song has been revealed. It's called Replay by Tamta. It sounds very much like last year's entry for Cyprus, Fuego of course, and also a little bit like what was going to be the Ukrainian entry this year. So it's pop, it's going to be slick, it's going to be powerful. It seems like it already has a lot of fans. The song will be revealed in full very soon. The Czech Republic, we know the singer, we know the band, there's not much else to say. What I do know is that the music video is being filmed. Finland will be represented by Darude featuring Sebastian Rehman. 3 songs are in the mix, I've heard them. They are Release Me, Superman and Look Away. And the national final is on the 2nd of March, which is a big day in the world of Eurovision. I don't really have a favourite. They are all, as you probably would expect from somebody like Darude, who is a big DJ, performed all over Europe. They are upbeat songs, clubby anthems, but none of them are really that amazing. I think Finland might not qualify this year. Anyway, Hungary, their national final was last week, and really, Hungary's best chance of success this year disappeared several weeks ago when Leander Kills were surprisingly booted out in their heat. Anyway, national final this past weekend, and the winner is the returning Yotsi Papai. He, of course, represented his country in Kiev a few years ago, finished in the top 10. He's back with a much more mellow song, I would say, As en Apam, which is Hungarian for My Father. He co-wrote this song, Yotsi. It is a very good song. I really like the melody. I like the fact that it is quite a mellow song. It's quite chilled out. He's got a great voice. It's very simple. Maybe it's not as impactful as his song from 2 years ago, but it's pretty strong. This will sail into the final, I've no doubt about it. Montenegro are represented by D-Mol, a group of men and women. The song is called Heaven. I think it's being revamped slightly for the contest, which is no bad thing. It doesn't have a lot of fans at the moment. It was probably the wrong choice. We will know a few months from now, when the results, of course, are revealed. Poland will be represented by an all-female group called Tulia, a band which mixes traditional folk music with modern production. The song, we don't know anything about it yet, probably will be in Polish though. Serbia, national final, 3rd of March. We know the singers, we know the songs. Nevena Bozovic could be another returning artist. She's written her song, which is called Kruna, which means crown. Saskia Yanks is back. Lord is back. It's an okay batch of songs. I think Serbia will qualify this year. Slovenia will be represented by a duo, Zala Krauj and Gaspar Santel, with Sebi, which I believe means oneself, or something like that. Anyway, this is quite a chilled out, cool, interesting song. It doesn't really build up to much, but I quite like it. I like it more every time I hear it. The guy needs more to do on stage besides looking into the eyes of his partner and, you know, pretending to play the guitar, I think he was. But the vocals by the girl here are pretty good. I just think they need to create more of an atmosphere on stage, and they'll have more to work with in Tel Aviv. Again, we'll know if it was the right choice a few months from now. Moving into the second half of the first semi-final, Australia. This song remains underrated. It remains my number one of the year so far. It's Zero Gravity by Kate Miller-Heidke. Very established musician in her home country. Fantastic voice, great stage presence. And this stands out so much, but I do know the staging will be changing for the contest in a few months' time. Belgium. The song is revealed at the time of recording this video on Thursday morning. Elliot will perform it. I think the music video is being filmed or has just been filmed. I've no idea what to expect, but high hopes indeed. Estonia will be represented by Viktor Krone, who is Swedish-born. The song is called Storm. It's very much in the mould of Avicii, that sort of genre. It's not bad, but I do think he needs to work on his vocals just a bit. And I was also a little bit disappointed with the performance in the national final in Estonia. So work needs to be done, but it's a very contemporary, radio-friendly song. It will probably get out of this semi-final. Georgia, 2nd of March. We know some of the names that are in contention. They are, well, there are 4 left. Georgi Nakashidze, Georgi Pruidze, Lisa Kalandadze, and Otto Nemsadze. And it looks as though it could be Lisa Kalandadze who wins Georgian Idol. As for the song, no idea yet, but it will be in Georgian. Greece will be represented by Katerine Duska, who was born in Canada, actually. The song is going to be called Better Love. It's going to be in English. We haven't heard anything yet. I have a feeling it could be a superb entry. Iceland, 2nd of March, for their national final. Will it be the fan favourite Hatari, group of lads who are known for their quite controversial performances and their interesting outfits? They're quite a scary looking group. They will keep their song in Icelandic. Hatrith mun sigra. Hate will prevail. There will be controversy if they win, particularly because they have said that they might protest about the contest being in Israel if they perform in Israel in May. So the drama's not over yet this season. Friedrich Omar, I hope I pronounced that pretty accurately. He is a strong contender as well. Plus the returning Hera Björk. Will she go back to Eurovision? Obviously she performed in 2010. Yeah, who knows? The jury might have a big say there. Moving on to Portugal, 2nd of March, Festival de Canção. The favourite with the fans is Conan Osiris with Telemóveis, which means mobile phones. But the low score from the jury in that first semi-final suggests to me it might not be his year. Instead, it could be NBC or Mate. We will soon know. We will soon know. I'm not a big fan of Conan's song, I've got to be honest. San Marino, Serhat is back, represented his country in 2016. The song, which I think will be a bit more upbeat, even more so than his previous Eurovision entry, will be revealed on the 7th of March. Ukraine, there's a lot to say here. Maruv won it with Siren Song, this very striking, powerful song, quite a sexy performance, but not overly done. This very, you know, I say powerful again, but it was a powerful, striding beat. You know, really grabbed your attention. Anyway, lots of controversy because it turns out that she had performances coming up in Russia, and the broadcaster in Ukraine essentially said, either you do not do those tour dates, or, well, you go to Eurovision, but you have to cancel those tour dates in Russia first. And she was like, I'm not going to do it, you've put me in a very difficult position. So she's not going to Eurovision, and some of the other acts in the Ukrainian national final have said that they don't want to go to Eurovision either, probably because they're worried about what the reaction from the broadcaster would be. So it's all a bit up in the air, it's all very controversial. Jamala asked the most ridiculous question. She was one of the members of the jury. She asked the most inappropriate question during the national final to Marov as well. You could tell that she looked really awkward answering it. Ridiculous. I'm surprised the EBU haven't stepped in yet. Moving on to semi-final 2, Armenia. Serbuk is singing the song, but we don't know what the song is yet. Austria, we know that it's going to be Painter with Limits. The song hasn't been revealed yet, but I think it's going to be quite quirky. Denmark, national final the other day. Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. 3 went through to the super final. The winner, Leonora, who is the spitting image of the actress Lily James. The song is called Love is Forever. So underrated already. Very, very charming, very sweet, perhaps too sweet. The staging was really nice. She's performing on this huge chair, which I think they'll probably keep for Tel Aviv. She's joined by 2 people at the end and they sway about for a little bit. It's performed in a whole bunch of languages. I just think it's really nicely done. Good job. Ireland, no details yet. At this rate, it'll probably be Johnny Logan. Latvia, we know the singer, we know the band, we know the song. Moving on. Moldova, 2nd of March. There's a few good songs here, but I think Moldova probably won't be finishing anywhere near the top 10 this year. Diana Breshkan, KMD featuring Elizaveta Ibasiuk, Marcela Skripkaru, Vera Turkanu. I'm not pronouncing these names very well, but the songs you can listen to online. Romania, On a Sunday by Esther Piani. Very controversial win here. The jury had too much power, in my opinion. The Romanian public dished out 3 points to Esther. Just 3. It really wasn't their favourite act. Instead you had, what's her name? Diana? Is her name Diana? Diana Breton? Laura Breton. She was the huge favourite to win here with her classical type entry, Dear Father. It came 2nd overall. Bella Santiago, big fan favourite as well, finished 3rd. But the jury's votes meant that Esther won on the night. And I know that the guys from Wee Wee Blogs have come under a lot of criticism for that. The song's not bad, it doesn't really go anywhere. I think the staging really needs to be incredible for it to stand out. Sweden. 2 more shows to go. I've been making videos about Melfest every week, so watch them if you want to know more. Hannah Fairman, Liamu, John Lundvik, Victoria is going to be one of those 3. Possibly Bishara, but shame on Sweden if they send him, because that's not the best song of the lot. Switzerland, 7th of March, no details yet. Moving on to the second half of the second semi-final. Albania, we know the singer, we know the song, moving on. Azerbaijan, very soon we will know the singer and the song. Croatia, it's The Dream by Rocco, all in white, very young guy, wings on his back, cliched as all hell. I don't really know how they're going to make it so this song improves somehow, because at the moment it just feels really dated and lots of people are ranking it very low down. Lithuania, it's not Monica Maria. Oh dear dear, should she have kept both songs in the national final? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be Urius, who to be fair was really doing well every time he performed in terms of the votes he was getting, with Run with the Lions. This is a pretty good song. There's not a whole lot of movement, but it does feel fairly contemporary. I think this will qualify. If anything, it's a little underrated. He's got a good voice, but really it should have been Monica, let's be honest. Malta, Michaela Pace, who won the very first edition of the X Factor Malta several weeks ago. I'm looking forward to hearing the song. She's a very promising musician. The Netherlands, Duncan Lawrence, 7th of March for the song. It could be amazing. There is a song online by him, a demo version, that could be the song he sings for Eurovision. If so, it sounds very promising indeed. But I would have thought it would have been removed from YouTube if that was the actual song. Anyway, Macedonia, Proud by Tamara Todevska, another returning artist. She was part of a trio of sorts in 2008. The song hasn't been revealed yet, though. Norway, 2nd of March, national final. It's probably going to be Mørland, which would be another returning artist, or Kano, and that would be a very good decision. And lots of Eurovision fans would be happy with that. Russia, it's Sergei Lazarev. The dream team's involved. Let's be honest, he's going to do very well and will qualify with ease. Moving on to the automatic finalists. France, we know the singer, we know the song. I'm not seeing a lot of people really love this anymore, which is not a good sign. Germany, it's going to be a female duo, Sisters. They're not actually sisters, I don't think, with a song called Sister. They were added very late on to the German national final, and then they go and win it. And arguably, the worst song of the bunch, possibly. I mean, Lily Among Clouds, Ali Ryan, they had better songs, better performances. These two girls, they just sort of look at each other for the whole performance as this block rotates on stage. I think there was a smoke machine as well. Don't quote me on that. I mean, it's not a poor song at all, but this is a step back. Michael Schulte, yes, that was very simple, but it was very good, and it was very touching, and he finished in the top 5, almost in the top 3. This is a step back for Germany as far as I'm concerned. It will do well to finish anywhere above 15th in the grand final. I was so shocked that song won. Really, I was. Israel, the song's called Home, and it's going to be performed by a man called Kobi Merimi, but we haven't heard it yet. Apparently, it's a very moving ballad, and it's being recorded as I speak. Italy, we know the singer, we know the song. I really do think that's possibly the one to beat at the moment. So many people love it. Spain, we know the singer, we know the song. And the UK, we know the singer, we know the song. That's it. Let me know what you think. Do you think a country is just going to take people by surprise? Could it be Malta? Could it be Ireland? Could it be Belgium? Could it be the Netherlands? Let me know. Do you think Russia are the ones to beat? And we don't even know the song yet. Do you think that Australia will actually surprise a few people? Because I think so. Do you think the UK will finish in the top 10? Do you think that Italy will flop? Whatever it is, let me know. There will be links in the description to my other social media pages, including my blog. So if you want to read my thoughts instead of hearing me drone on for 20 minutes, feel free. I'll be making a video later this week about the second chance round of Melodifestivalen. So if you want to see that, stick around. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment, whatever it is. It really does mean a lot to me. This is a very small channel, and I only really talk about one thing. So any feedback, any comments, it's all good as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. It's coming up to the end of February, and we don't really know that many songs yet, so there's going to be an almighty rush over the next few weeks. I'll be making another Eurovision update, probably in the middle of March, where I probably will be talking about all the songs, because we'll probably know them all by then. Anyway, apologies for rambling. I was trying to make this a brief video, and I think they will get shorter as time goes on, because I'll just be repeating myself otherwise. And nobody wants to hear that. So, that is it for this Eurovision update on the 26th of February 2019. Let me know what you think, and until next time, bye for now.